The third manifestation of the beast took place after the end of the First World War. Major events allowed Surat to return Iria, to regain his place in the control of human destiny. Remember how he infiltrated Islam in order to remove the relationship with Christ. He established a religion of one legitimate God, and banned the worship of other deities. Being the fierce enemy of Christ, he brought the ideas of Arabism to Europe. Christianity fell under the seduction of logical, refined and advanced thinking. This is how the West became attached to the personality of Jesus and stopped witnessing the cosmic spirit of Christ. I have shown in the previous videos how Western Christianity is a version of Islam, in which Jesus holds the central role. At the end of the 19th century, a spiritual battle took place. This battle resulted in the imprisonment of the Suratic spirits for hundreds of years. These entities were to return after humanity had matured spiritually, to defeat the solar demon. They were able to cast off their chains, with the help of human forces, who had served their masters for millennia. First, there was a gigantic sacrifice, for some souls to be used in this monstrous ritual. It was the First World War. Entire nations were engulfed in this global sacrifice. From this sacrifice, black forces from the United Kingdom introduced the Surat experiment into Russia. This is how communism was born. It took a second great sacrifice to allow Surat to take over the destiny of humanity, to break the last elements of the living Christ, and to reduce forever the temptation of free will. Surat again inserted itself into the rise of Nazism through the forces that came from America. The last nucleus of the Europe of the future had to be destroyed, to eliminate forever the possibility of a union between Russia and Germany. These two countries carried within them the rebirth of a new civilization under the benevolence of Christ. This great sacrifice led to the testing of the nuclear bomb. The Black Sun, the destructive sun. Surat is finally liberated. He will then prepare his domination. To extend the hegemony of communism, the carrier of the atheistic mechanical culture. To reduce the spiritual seeds of the souls that were incarnated in the world. He will anticipate every human potential by stimulating technical advance. The telephone was developed because humans were potentially ready to communicate telepathically. Radio and television developed to prevent humans from accessing their own spiritual faculty. For humanity was ready to develop clairvoyant vision, ready to communicate with the invisible, and especially ready to perceive the etheric presence of the Christ. All this was stopped by the Surat forces. At the end of the 90s, everything accelerates. Humanity started to live in a gridded space. It is called the Internet. The beast started to spread at an unprecedented speed. By using the intelligence of Ahriman, accelerating the development of humanity. Through the faithful allies, the countries linked to Anglo-American domination. Surat developed the cycle of terror. It started with the event of the 11th of September 2001. Little by little, a ban on thinking developed. It reached its peak during the last pandemic. Billions of people received the mark of the beast. Humanity has succumbed to the fraud. Without the spiritual maturity to make its free decision. Surat has accelerated everything to harvest the fruits of his conquest. Look at all the personalities making the sign of the beast with their hand. Fingers in the air to show the two-horned beast. Surat has become such a commonplace that even the Pope prostrates himself before Baphomet. Many think that heaven is all-powerful on earth. You are mistaken. Without our will, without our free will, heaven can do nothing. more than ever. It is urgent to find the right relationship with Christ. It is urgent to welcome the cosmic Christ, our guardian. He alone can erase the figure of the beast. No physical remedy can erase its mark, except a temporary cure for the physical imbalance. The spiritual bodies are affected, like an invisible rope that ties you to the eighth sphere, the sphere of Surat, the war that unfolds before your eyes. It is the ultimate achievement of the servants of Surat to destroy the presence of Christ on earth, in the hearts of men. Through the Slavic soul radiates this last link with the future of humanity. What is above is like what is below. The war here below is also the war in heaven. If you have listened this message to the end, there is still hope.